Well, I hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday morning. We are still on the road. Janice and I are on an excursion. Today, it's Mother's Day, and Janice has gone in to get her and I a Mother's Day breakfast. I didn't tag anybody today because it's Sunday, and I didn't want to bother you today because it's Sunday. I didn't want to tag you and the phone be beeping. But anyway, it's Mother's Day. I was thinking about something, and I'm going to share about this a little bit more, and I'm just going to briefly touch on it this morning. If you're out there and you give advice and people seem not to take it, sometimes it's because they don't see you take your own advice, so they figure it must not be worth much. And that's something when you think about it. Maybe your advice, the first person that needs to take your advice is you. Maybe I've had people give me advice before, and the whole time they're giving it to me, I'm thinking, man, you might ought to take that yourself first, then back up and give it to me. So what I'm saying, advice is a funny thing, isn't it? A lot of times people give advice, and you're thinking, how come you don't take your own advice, buddy? What are you giving it to me for? You shouldn't give it all away. You need a little bit for yourself. So, here's the key, though. I'm just giving you a quick thought this morning. If you find nobody's taking your advice, and I don't think there's anything wrong with if somebody gives you advice, you say, that is good advice. You should take a little bit of it yourself. What? What? I dare you. I dare you. Somebody gives you a little advice and you think, well, that's a whacked off stuff I've ever heard in my life. You should say, you know, that's pretty good advice. Why don't you take a little bit of it yourself, baby? But I hear sometimes people give advice, and I'm thinking that the whole time. I'm thinking, I hate it when my shirt pooches out, where they hang on the hanger and they pooch out in the corners. I'd about just soon Janice fold my shirt up and put them in the drawer sometimes. That aggravates me. I ain't going to give her no advice, so you just say, fold your own shirts. What I'm saying is advice is a funny thing. All right? Advice is a funny thing. There's nothing wrong with when someone gives you advice, you saying, baby, might ought to take a little bit of that yourself. Okay? Because if it's such good advice, why would whoever's giving it not want to take it themselves? Like if you were telling me how good a soft drink was, Diet Pepsi, and you say, well, do you drink it? And I said, no, I think you should. Same way with advice. If your advice is, oh, here comes Janice back. She's got nothing in her hand. Oh, she's going to throw a fit. I can see it in her eyes. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it.
You better go somewhere else. See this line? There's one twice as long on the inside.
Okay.
Backed up to the front door. Okay, but I'm standing there in line, and this big old man comes in. He's got a notebook paper wrote on, and he sort of just steps in front of me. Okay, I said, oh, okay. But it wasn't moving. The line is not moving. There's a little boy standing in line. I think he's a little mental issue.
We had a little problem at Hardy's.
sorry.
Hardy's in Pigeon Forge. Sevierville. They're too busy for our business.
Oh, they're awful.
Okay, here's the deal. Before I get off of here, then we're going to go on to the McDonald's. Advice. I was talking about advice this morning, Jess.
Oh.
That advice, if sometimes people don't take your advice, it's because they notice that you don't take it yourself. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with when somebody gives you advice, you say, are you taking the same advice and applying it to your life? Okay? I think there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. Try it out. Well, I've not had breakfast, so you're not watching Breakfast with John, but Coffee with John. But anyway, anyway, adios. Happy Mother's Day.